Hello everyone, welcome to back my channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before starting the video, please go ahead and hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. WWE SmackDown General Manager Nick Aldis may soon be forced to take strict action. A 32-year-old superstar from the Bloodline recently interfered in a match. Furthermore, after the GM personally spoke to him, Solo Sikoa attempted to level allegations against Aldis. Therefore, there is a possibility that he could be banned from the upcoming Backlash Premium Live event. LA Knight and Damian Priest kicked off this week's episode of SmackDown with a singles match. Both superstars heavily punished each other but refused to be pinned. While the WWE Universe showered the two wrestlers with "This is awesome" chants, their match concluded with a disqualification victory for Priest due to Solo Sikoa's interference. Sikoa, however, was ganged up on by the Punisher and the Megastar. But before he could sustain any real damage, Jacob Fatu came to his rescue. Putting out the exhausted babyfaces, Fatu and Sikoa stood tall. Later in the show, Nick Aldis spoke to the heel superstars in a backstage segment. He said that this was the second disqualification caused by them in 2 consecutive weeks. As a result, Fatu would now go on to defend the U.S. title at Backlash in a triple threat against Knight and Priest. However, Solo pointed out that Drew McIntyre was the original #1 contender. Hearing this, Aldis added the Scottish Warrior to the match as well, turning it into a fatal 4-way. Sikoa alleged that the GM was screwing Fatu over. However, Aldis claimed that Solo's mouth was the real culprit behind everything. Given his tendency, Solo Sikoa may not sit quietly and try to retaliate. Moreover, he might also try to help the Samoan werewolf, believing that he put his teammate in a difficult situation. To prevent this from occurring, the SmackDown general manager could ban the 32-year-old star from WWE Backlash 2025. While this is a strong possibility, all of this is speculation for now. While the new Bloodline acted unitedly on this week's episode of WWE SmackDown, the bonds between Jacob Fatu and Solo Sikoa aren't very strong right now. The heel crew's leader created problems for his teammate ahead of WrestleMania 41 due to unnecessary interference. This not only cost Fatu a title match, but it also forced him to somehow create a chance to go to WrestleMania 41 to challenge LA Knight for the U.S. Championship. The Samoan werewolf handled himself perfectly at WWE's biggest premium live event, but Solo Sikoa has now created a new challenge for him. As a result, Jacob Fatu will have to enter his very first title defense match against 3 top superstars of the blue brand. Furthermore, he can lose the title without even being pinned in the no disqualification match. Thus, there is a chance that the Samoan werewolf could leave the faction due to mounting frustration. While the Stamford-based promotion has dropped several hints indicating an eventual split, this remains speculative for now. It will be interesting to see if Fatu would leave Street Lewis with his U.S. title on May 10. WWE SmackDown has often been a battleground for chaos, but what unfolded this past Friday night has sent shockwaves through the locker room and beyond. As the dust settles on an explosive episode, all eyes are now on SmackDown general manager Nick Aldis, who may be forced to take drastic action ahead of WWE Backlash. The question burning through the minds of fans and superstars alike: will Aldis ban a member of the Bloodline from Backlash in light of the shocking events that unfolded on SmackDown? The incident in question occurred during the closing moments of the show when Solo Sikoa, accompanied by Tama Tonga and the ever-intimidating Jacob Fatu, launched a brutal and unsanctioned assault on WWE veteran AJ Styles. What began as a heated in-ring exchange over Styles' criticism of the Bloodline's dominance quickly spiraled into a full-fledged ambush. Chairs, steel steps, and a table were involved in the savage beatdown, leaving Styles writhing in agony while medical personnel rushed to the ring. The entire attack was executed without provocation during a non-match segment, and according to multiple backstage sources, it was never cleared with WWE officials. This wasn't just another backstage scuffle or post-match brawl. This was something more sinister. And Nick Aldis, who has already been struggling to maintain control over a fractured SmackDown roster, now finds himself at a crossroads. While the Bloodline has long walked the line between chaos and control, this latest assault may have finally crossed the threshold. AJ Styles is reportedly dealing with a rib injury and possible concussion symptoms. WWE's medical team has not cleared him to compete, and with Backlash just around the corner, Styles was rumored to be on the card in a high-profile match. Sources within WWE are now saying that Aldis is considering banning one or more members of the Bloodline, possibly Solo Sikoa himself, from competing at Backlash. The move would send a clear message that the Blue brand will not tolerate unchecked violence, even from one of its most dominant factions. But the situation is complicated, especially when factoring in the delicate balance of power that the Bloodline represents. Solo Sikoa has essentially assumed the role of enforcer and interim leader within the group in Roman Reigns' continued absence. His partnership with Tama Tonga and the monstrous Jacob Fatu has added a new layer of danger to the faction. The trio has acted without remorse, tearing through anyone who dares question their reign. Removing Solo from Backlash would not just be a disciplinary measure. It would be a seismic shift in WWE's power structure heading into the event. Nick Aldis has remained tight-lipped publicly, issuing only a brief statement during WWE's digital exclusive post-show. Actions have consequences, and no one is above the law, not even the Bloodline. Behind the scenes, however, multiple producers and road agents have reportedly advised Aldis to make an example out of Solo Sikoa or risk losing credibility with the rest of the locker room. Some believe that Aldis is leaning toward a temporary suspension or complete removal from Backlash as punishment. This isn't the first time Aldis has had to butt heads with the Bloodline. Earlier this year, he fined Tama Tonga for putting his hands on a referee, and he's had heated backstage confrontations with Paul Heyman in the past. However, banning a top-tier talent from a major premium live event like Backlash would mark his most aggressive move yet. The fan reaction has been just as intense. Social media exploded with debate after SmackDown aired, with hashtag #BanSolo trending for hours. While some fans argue that the beatdown was classic WWE storytelling and should be allowed to play out on screen, others are calling for immediate action to preserve the integrity of the brand. Many point to the fact that Styles was blindsided during a non-wrestling segment and say the attack crossed a line even for the Bloodline. Meanwhile, AJ Styles' camp has been vocal about their outrage. In a now-deleted tweet, one of Styles' trainers said that Solo should be fined, suspended, and banned from Backlash for this disgusting assault. While Styles himself hasn't commented publicly, insiders suggest he's furious and demanding a response from Aldis and WWE management. Given his tenure and legacy in the company, Styles' voice carries serious weight, and it could influence Aldis' decision. Adding more intrigue to the situation is the role of Jacob Fatu. While he didn't land the final blow on Styles, his presence at ringside added a menacing aura to the scene. Fatu's arrival in WWE was meant to shake up the landscape, but his alliance with Solo and Tama has turned him into a wild card. Could Aldis consider targeting Fatu instead as a way to fracture the group's momentum without directly removing Solo from Backlash? Then there's the wild card of Roman Reigns. The tribal chief has been largely absent from WWE programming since WrestleMania, but insiders hint that he may be watching events closely. If Aldis moves to ban or suspend any Bloodline member, it could trigger a return from Reigns sooner than expected, potentially in defense of his family. And if that happens, WWE Backlash could become ground zero for a new civil war within the Bloodline. The creative implications are enormous. If Solo is banned, it opens up opportunities for surprise appearances, unexpected alliances, and the rise of new challengers to the Bloodline's dominance. Could Cody Rhodes, LA Knight, or even Randy Orton step into the spotlight in Solo's absence? Might this be the catalyst that sets the stage for Roman Reigns versus Solo Sikoa down the line? WWE Creative is known for pivoting quickly, and this situation may offer them the chance to plant seeds for future feuds stretching into SummerSlam and beyond. Nick Aldis is expected to address the situation on the upcoming episode of SmackDown. WWE officials have confirmed that a disciplinary hearing will take place during the show, with possible consequences for all three Bloodline members involved in the AJ Styles incident. Cameras will reportedly follow Aldis throughout the night as he gathers testimony and makes his final decision. Fans should expect high drama, surprise confrontations, and perhaps even an unexpected return. Whether Aldis pulls the trigger on banning Solo Sikoa or opts for a more subtle punishment remains to be seen. But one thing is clear: the Bloodline's grip on SmackDown is being tested like never before. And with Backlash on the horizon, WWE may be entering a new era of accountability, where even the most dominant faction can't escape justice. Stay tuned as we continue to monitor this developing story. Will Nick Aldis draw a hard line against the Bloodline? Will AJ Styles get his revenge? And could this be the beginning of the end for Solo Sikoa's unchecked rise to power? All roads lead to WWE Backlash, and the stakes have never been higher. Thanks for watching this video, and please subscribe our WWE official YouTube channel for more update news.